Hello students and parents, my name is Mr. Gent. I teach civics for the Central Middle School Eagle program, and I'm very grateful to share this video with you. I don't take it for granted that I have good kids in my classroom, and I have families who fully support them and all of their academics. I want to thank you for sharing in this moment with us. I sent home a student parent-teacher contract to make sure everybody knows that as long as the three of us are on board, the student, the parent, and myself, the teacher, and we get to communicate, then the only one who's going to benefit from that is really the child. So again, I appreciate it, and I want to express my thanks right off the bat. This week, we've been setting up expectations for class. It is a civics class, so some of the content can be controversial because we talk about things like race, or we talk about things like religion, and we talk a great deal about politics. Rest assured that everything we discuss will be standards-based, really developed from what the state expects from them, because this is a EOC tested course. That means they're going to have a state test at the end of the year. Like the FSA, EOC will test some of those history benchmarks, and that's what we're going to prepare them for. So although those things in our history have caused controversy and certainly have caused pain in the past, these are still things that we can learn from and will be discussing. So at any point, if you feel uncomfortable about what your child is discussing in class, please reach out and talk to me, and I can certainly direct you towards what our intentions are, and we can clarify any misconceptions that they could be communicating, because children often do that, especially when they're first learning some of this content, okay? If you really want to know what's going on in class and you don't necessarily want to reach out to me, the number one place to go is their interactive notebook, which we'll be setting up in class. They are building the very best tool and resource that they need, full of materials based on every standard and benchmark that will be tested at the end of the year. Those materials will be completed in class and out of class, and then anchored back into their notebook in a way where they can review them over and over again. So if you need a snapshot of what's been going on in class, look to the notebook. I'll be posting on Focus updates all the time. I usually send home at least a weekly message to make sure you're aware of potential issues, upcoming dates, and some of the topics that I encourage you to discuss with your child at home as you become a part of their civic education. I also want you to know that Google Classroom will have all assignments posted in it. So if at any time a child is missing class, no matter what the reason, because kids still get sick, some of you go on vacations, sometimes there are just family crises and circumstances that take a priority. We understand. We want you to reach out to us and let us know what's going on, but trust that everything will be provided for them there. So Focus is our go-to for any school information, including the gradebook. But Google Classroom is the student's go-to when they miss class or need to recover any documents that perhaps have gone missing, or they need to renew for their notebook. So those are the tools that are established. I have created a PowerPoint presentation located in a file next to this video where you can view some of the more specific details about our activities, our grading policy, and things like that. And the most important thing is that I want you to know you can contact me with any questions, any concerns that you have, because ultimately when we work together, your child is the one who's going to benefit. So again, I thank you for joining us this evening. I know that our time is short, and I simply encourage you to engage with your child as they become the very best citizen that they can be. Thank you, and have a great night.